Farah Hanoun for MMA Junkie, and I'm joined by Daniel Rodriguez, who's coming off a phenomenal comeback win over Dwight Grant this past weekend. Daniel, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm still enjoying the win.
Absolutely. I mean, what a fantastic performance. I mean, talk to me about it. You get hit. How hurt were you? Was it kind of like real survival mode? Did you really get clipped, or was it one of those off balance shots?
Yeah, he clipped me. He stunned me. I mean, it was enough to drop me. I was coming in, swinging. He I didn't really have much time to it was like a last minute, like day before notice call. So all I had was like 24 hours to watch the tape and just, um I think that's why the fight ended up being the way it was. Is like we both had like short notice, and it turned into it ended up being a brawl really. But that's how he caught me. He hit me with a real wide punch, and I was coming in. It did stun me, but I think I gained composure pretty fast. It's just he swarmed me, and it looked really bad.
Yeah, and credit to referee Chris Tione, who in obviously you saw the other fight with Trevin Jones, same thing. Like we see a lot of
Yeah,
referees that are stopping fights too early or too late, and I feel like obviously he made a good judgment on both cases. So, but credit to you as well because you were showing that you're still in and you're moving around. It's tough in that situation, right? Because you're trying to defend yourself at the same time. You're worried that the referee stops, right? You're trying to kind of move
yeah,
around and try to show him that you're still in it.
yeah. It was hard to move around. He was controlling my hip, as well as like raining down punches. I did hear the ref telling me to fight back or show him something, and that did help me stay in the game. And really, I was just trying to move around and just show him I'm still in the game and blocking the punches effectively. Um, and yeah, it worked out fine. I was able to weather the storm enough to get back up and got up and landed a little quick hook, and he went down, and then I gained all my composure back right there.
And like you said, it was a pretty crazy 24 hours for you because obviously you lost your opponent, he lost his opponent. Was there any like doubt that this fight that you were gonna fight on the night? Like, what was that whole 24 hours like?
Yeah, it was like last minute, like everything was handled at weigh-ins. My opponent weighed in, well, my original opponent weighed in, and I guess he didn't get cleared somehow, some way by doctors, and I was like bummer, but we were like, all right, well, we did our job, and I heard right behind us was actually Dwight Grant when Sean Shelby walked up to him and he told him that his opponent fell out too. So I had heard that before my opponent fell out. So when my opponent fell out, I was like, hey, the guy back there, his guys fell out, because really I came to fight and I didn't really care what it was or who it was. And yeah, they made the fight happen and it turned out to be fireworks.
Yeah, because like I feel like people were so kind of excited about the fight. I mean, you and Sato was a great one, but then stylistically, you kind of knew this was going to deliver. We didn't expect this kind of madness, but it was still you were one of the guys that people were really looking forward to on the card. So it's been a pretty active year for you. I think you joined a couple of fighters as the only guys to notch 3 wins in 2020. So what's the goal here? Is it to kind of keep the momentum going and get back in there as soon as possible?
Yeah, that's the plan. As soon as my toe heals up, cause like I ripped like my toe, like I don't know how that happened. Maybe on the cage or something while I was getting back up. But suffered a couple little injury on my toe. Got some stitches. It was kind of preventing me to jump right back into camp. But as soon as the stitches come out and the cut heals, I should be right back in it and ready to. I'm in a position where it's go time for me, and yeah, I'd love to get maybe one, two more fights before the year's over. That top off the year is one of the best years ever. I always told people, 2020 is my year, and it has been, man. It's going so well for me right now.
Any interest in rebooking the Sato fight, or are you past that?
I think I might have passed shots on that. I mean, we could fight, but really, I just want to continue to climb the ladder in the rankings. I don't want to go down in the rankings. It really does nothing for me. And I'm really looking to get higher ranked fighters and really make a name for myself other than what I have already done so far this year. But really, I just want to fight, you know.
So, do you have any names in mind, like guys that maybe are on the cusp of hitting the rankings like yourself, or you won't fight anybody they put in front of you?
I mean, I'll fight anybody, but I mean, everybody want to fight Mike Perry. I don't want to fight Mike Perry. I want to sock that fool, you know. You know, so that's an ideal fight for me, you know, to kind of jump up in the rankings as well as like kind of next level opponents. And I feel like I'm ready, you know, even though I got caught with a punch on that last one, I showed that, you know, I feel like every fight that I've had so far in the UFC, I kind of showed a little something different. Like the first fight versus Tim Means, I kind of showed that I could, you know, wipe out a vet, you know, and look impressive. I got performance of the night. Next fight, I landed second place in all-time strikes, significant strikes, landed in a 3-round fight. And, you know, and then this fight I showed I got, you know, a little bit of comeback in me. So, you know, hopefully UFC takes that into consideration as, you know, like we really put it together. That's a good recipe for you know, a great fighter. And you know, I feel like I've done that so far. And you know, it's really up to the UFC on what's next for me.
I like the Mike Perry call out. Now, I know a lot of people call him out, and sometimes it doesn't entirely make sense, but I actually think this is great, especially with the
Yeah.
year you're having and where he's at. I actually think it's a perfect call out. What is it about Mike Perry? Is it stylistic of the fight, or is it him himself, like his character and everything?
I don't think nobody likes him, you know. Plus, he just beat one of my homies. You know, I'm that type of person. He just fought my dude Mickey Gall. You know, that's me as the way I've always been. Like, hey, bro, you messing with my little homie, bro. You know, so I gotta get your ass. You know, you're next.
Okay, I like that. And the fight itself is also a lot of fun stylistically. How do you see a fight between you and Mike Perry playing out?
As entertaining as this last one was, to be honest with you, he's got an aggressive style. I feel like my style is great for a great matchup for that. You know, he's got power in his punches. I got power in my punches too. You know, he's kind of I know where when I gotta you know, step up my game and you know, really every fight I gotta adjust somehow some way. Um, so that's why like really I'll fight anybody, but if I could fight anybody, I'd rather be Mike Perry. You know, that guy's a fucking tool bag for real.
I like the call out. I'm going to transition a little bit. I thought I'd wear this shirt because I know you're a big Lakers fan and a Kobe Bryant
Oh
fan.
yeah, I see that.
Yesterday,
I see that.
I'm a basketball player, so that's kind of my sport, and MMA, of course. But obviously, yesterday was the late great Kobe Bryant's birthday. What would you say is your
Yeah.
favorite Kobe Bryant moment?
Oh, my favorite Kobe Bryant moment. So many clutch shots. So many. It's hard to pinpoint one. You know, but wow, that's a great question. I gotta think about that one.
No worries. Maybe you can get back to me sometime with it. I mean, I always
Yeah,
remember like when he hit 61 points in 3 quarters. Like I know back in the day, Wilt has done crazy numbers and Michael Jordan, but at the time it wasn't easy. Like it was rare, not like nowadays. So when he did it, like I remember telling a friend of mine back then when we like didn't have internet on our phones and stuff, and we had to sit down on a computer and stuff. I remember telling my friend like when I told him that Kobe hit that in 3 quarters, like it was almost like a glitch,
yeah,
like video game type of stuff. Like it was absolutely incredible.
yeah, yeah. You know, he's man, such a clutch player and just you know, actually I got a Kobe Bryant tattoo lined up for later on, like in the next week. We get Kobe
Really.
tat, you know. I got to, you know, I'm you know, as far as like sports goes, Kobe really set the tone for LA sports around here for a long time, you know. And you know, will always be remembered, you know. And I will always give, you know, respect and props where it's due. You know, he's a major part of my mentality and you know, like I said, like when Kobe died, he didn't just leave his legacy in basketball. He left a mentality. He left like a way of getting shit done and you know, I pay attention to that a lot within my training and stuff. You know, I feel like man, like since he passed, like yeah, I've been focusing a lot more on you know on what he says and paying attention more to you know just what he believed in, and it's working out fine for me.
Where do you plan on getting the tattoo and what is it exactly?
It'd probably be on the other side of my leg. I'm running out of space over here, you know. Yeah, so next time I'm in competition, I might just have my whole body did up, you know. Something I was like, I like tattoos, you know. You know, it's LA native, you know, it's my culture. That's what we do, you know.
Do you get one like after every fight? Is that the way you do it?
Usually, yeah, usually up until I gotta start camp again, then I gotta stop getting tattoos and stuff, you know. But I got a few
Uh,
lined up. You got a few lined up.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna leave you with one last question. I appreciate your time. You said you messed up your toe. Is it something serious? How long do you expect it to keep you out?
It's kind of like a tear, like on the I don't know. It looked weird. It was like you can see like tendons and like it was real bad. I'm not sure how it happened, but I know the stitches come out. They said it's 7 to 10 days. I'm probably gonna give my toe a rest as far as running goes and starting to put pressure on it. So probably be taking bike rides, a lot of bike rides, and doing some weightlifting and stuff, and not putting too much pressure on it, letting it heal properly, and then when the time comes, you know, get back into the full training. Actually, I'm hoping I could heal up as soon as possible. So I gotta let it, you know, air out and dry and make sure that the cut heals and hopefully possibly make it out back to the BMF ranch, help Cowboy as much as I can. That's why I gotta, you know, hop on the bike and stay in shape and just make sure I don't lose my cardio and be able to join camp over Cowboy for his September 20th fight.
And his activity is clearly rubbing off on you, right? Being
Yeah,
active and
yeah,
fighting that out.
yeah. You know, it's like I'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. Let's do this. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Daniel, I really appreciate you taking the time. Again, congratulations on a fantastic win. When you come up with that Kobe Bryant moment, let me know. I'm curious to see which one you're going to pick because I know he's had
Okay,
so many phenomenal ones. So curious to see which one you'll come up with.
okay. I'll work on that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Thank you.